Okay, well, now you've reached the end of the first section for understanding some chemistry skills. And over the last just about a month that I've tried to help you understand and be able to represent for yourself radioactivity, so nuclear chemistry in a sense. So you're able to identify nuclear decay reactions, understand the products, understand a nomenclature and the system that we use for identifying these, as well as understand the origin of elements. So the thing I'm going to ask you to do now is to use that knowledge for something. So there's a list of some 30 odd different topics, but I'm going to ask you to pick a topic and learn something about it and become an expert in it, and then tell us about that. So one of the topics as possible is to get into radioisotopes and medical diagnosis. So you've heard of X-rays. So how do those work? What is generating those? And what are they useful for? What are some of the risks? So you can decide to look into that if you want. You can also look into the use of radioactive tracers if you like that. So seeing how it's used in medical technology. You might be familiar with a PET scan. So a PET scan is a fantastic way for imaging. It uses radioactivity. So I ask you to think about that. You might be interested in maybe a nuclear disaster. So what happened at Chernobyl? So whatever you find interesting, I'm going to ask you to explore and learn about it. And I'm going to ask you to do three things with this. So first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to write it up, tell us about it. So it's a chemistry class, so I'm going to ask you to include a lot of chemistry in there, but also whatever you find interesting. If you find the history interesting, or if you find the future advances that might come in interesting, tell us about what you find interesting. So it's not intended to be onerous, but it should be significant, right? So it should be a chunk of information that you can find. Second thing I'm going to ask you to do is make a little video. So I'm going to ask you to share what you looked up, why you found it interesting, and what are what's the chemistry involved, and what are some of the things that you think your classmates might like to know about the topic. So see if you can explain it in just a couple minutes in a video to your peers. And then a third thing I'm going to ask you to do is, well, look at some of the videos that your peers made. So I'll randomly assign you, 4 or 5 of the videos from your peers and ask you to take a look at those and see what you can do. So this is kind of the goal for this class. So the goal is not to teach you chemistry skills, but the goal is to have you be able to use those chemistry skills to understand really the world around you. And this is the first challenge. So if you have questions, let me know. But also think of it as a chance to become an expert in something. So if you want to go further, I'm happy to reward you with extra credit. If you do an extra good job, or you go into more depth than I was expecting, that's great. So I encourage you to find something you're interested in and explore it, and then tell us about it. Anyway, happy to answer questions and hope this is helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye.